Oh yeah, okay, I got it. 3, 2, 1. Welcome back once again for the first time to see our last video before we kill ourselves. I'm Grant. This is Hunter.
I'm Hunter.
Is that all you have to say for yourself?
Yeah. I thought you were gonna keep talking.
Okay, so I'm gonna be the talkative one, and you're gonna be the strong silent.
I'll talk once we get to the.
We're seeing what should have been an unbreakable trilogy, but when we saw the critics were split, we were disappointed with our viewing of Glass. Wait, that's not a pun. That's just the title of the film. Grant and Hunter's movie reviews. All right. So where did you want to start with our review of GLASS?
That's why I need to gather my thoughts. If we would have done this, boom, 2 days after that movie, whatever. I don't remember the movie. It's a very forgettable movie.
Let's just make a different video then.
No, we're doing this Glass video, Grant.
What do we call you, sir? First name, Mr. Last name, Glass.
This is our review of Glass. This is from a perspective of, I have not seen Unbreakable. I went into the movie completely unaware of past movies. I saw Split, but hadn't seen Unbreakable. So this man has seen Unbreakable, and we both hated it. So Grant, tell me your initial thoughts on Glass.
I, for one, loved the movie until the last 20 minutes, and I wish I walked out and cut off both my eyes. It was so jarring, I can't fathom it. The ending. I don't feel confident doing this review. I don't remember it.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't want to talk about this movie anymore.
You want to talk about a movie we actually like?
Yes.
The point is, Deacon, that you have not done the dishes for 5 years.
Vladislav is right. It's unacceptable to have so many bloody dishes all over this bench like that.
I'm so embarrassed when people come over.
Hello, ladies. Welcome back once again for the first time to see our last and final video before we end it all. This is our goodbye message. I'm sorry. But to end on a note of positivity, we're going to talk about one of our favorite films. A film by the name of What's That in the Shadows? Oh, it's What We're Doing Right Now.
What We Do in the Shadows. It's one of my favorite movies of all time.
It's a movie I have also seen.
What We Do in the Shadows is a hard movie to review, though. Think about it.
Crap, we need a better movie. Okay, like small. Oh, it's not a wide release, but it was a small one because it was like a personal film. See, frankly, a movie I'd rather be talking about more is Hunt for the Wilderpeople, because that's more of a film.
I'm starving.
Do you want to watch it?
I need to finish it. I got to when they're at those people's house. The people were like, "Oh, you're blah blah blah." Remember?
He made me do stuff.
No,
oh no, yeah.
That's that.
Yeah.
Hey. Yo, you. That's him. Oh, Ricky Baker in my house. You want anything sausage, bro? Got heaps of sausages, brother.
Exactly.
It's great. Let's just do a double review.
Of what?
Taika Waititi, double feature spectacular.
Alright.
Let's just smoke a J and relax, bro.
Okay.
Welcome to the Bomb Squad Movie Squad. Welcome once again for the first time to our last video. The third video. We're going to talk about some movies that we recommend because it's better to be positive than to be negative. And I don't have enough time to do that.
We gotta start this channel off positive. We can't.
No, we gotta end on a positive note. This is our last video.
And start on a positive note.
Okay,
We can dip down at one point, but
we'll dip down in the middle of the review, and then we'll go back up at the end.
We can't start on hating on.
We're talking about two lovely New Zealand films the highest grossing movies to ever come from New Zealand. Don't look that up. And they're both from the same person. They actually star the same people, and it's actually both the same movie. That's not true. Some of that's true.
It's kind of racist.
We're going to be talking... Get the movie. We're going to be talking about vampire style. We're going to be talking about What We Do in the Shadows, a film by Taika Waititi, and surprisingly, Hunt for the Wilderpeople by Taika Waititi.
Taika Waititi's 2 best movies. What We Do in the Shadows is co-directed by
Jermaine Clementine. Vladislav, you only know 2 names.
Vladislav, Peter.
Taika Waititi.
Taika Waititi. No, so we're gonna talk about Hunt for the Wilderpeople.
We're gonna break it down shot for shot.
This is a much more. It's a movie. It is an actual movie.
It's an actual movie, unlike What We Do in the Shadows, which is just 90 minutes of vampire puns.
It's essentially somebody sat down and thought, hey, we think this is funny. Let's film it and just let's just
see how it goes.
Yeah,
let's just see how it goes.
When you're a vampire, you become very sexy.
Just to make it clear, we definitely. I love What We Do in the Shadows. I don't know if I love Hunt for the Wilderpeople yet.
He loves
both of them.
Because I have no love in my real life. I would scientifically, statistically, on a rate of 1 to 10 scale, I would give this a 3 pineapples out of 4 pomegranates. So, I don't know. Like, that's a bit dicey for me. It's a bit left field.
I give this movie a.
I give this movie a solid see it if you can out of 10.
That's a good one. I give this a movie an A- and a 72 on Rotten Tomatoes if you just want to be whatever.
Don't pretentious douche about it.
Anyways, we'll talk about Hunt for the Wilderpeople first.
It's a much more straightforward film, unlike The Office, which is What We Do in the Shadows. It's just The Office.
Sam Neill and that's Sam Neill.
Dr.
Right?
Grant himself.
Dr. Grant.
That's where I got my name.
Welcome to Spectre Island. A great honor. I hope you had a pleasant flight.
My time is limited. Is the man I requested ready?
His dossier.
Good. Donald Grant, convicted murderer, escaped Dartmoor prison in 1960, recruited in Tangier in 1962. Excellent.
Well, Dr. Grant has an incredible beard in this movie.
Yes, he does.
It stars Sam Neill, fat kid, beard.
Even fatter kid from Deadpool 2.
But, yeah.
It, of course, stars Taika Waititi, who plays a preacher, and he talks about the Doritos doll, the Fanta doll.
And also, it stars probably everybody else in this movie is probably one of his friends.
Yeah. Like the one girl that was the Child Welfare Service's No Child Left Behind.
No child left behind. No child left behind. You'll know what that means.
She was in Thor Ragnarok. She was the Grandmaster's right-hand person. The slaves with jobs. Yeah,
she was. Oh, wow, I didn't notice that. And then you obviously have, Psycho Sam is...
Psycho Sam is from Yes Man and Hunt for the Wilderpeople.
Yeah, and he's in... Well, we know he's in that, but he's in...
Yes, he's
What
also
We Do in the Shadows.
I meant to say What We Do in the Shadows. I'm an idiot.
As the werewolf. Anyways, it's basically just about...
You're lucky it's not a full moon tonight. Why are you swearing all the time?
Don't swear. What are we? Werewolves, not swearwolves.
Yeah, it's just about a fat kid that gets adopted. The woman who wanted him dies, and then...
What? Oh.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
Sorry.
Then they go off on the run in a giant Lord of the Rings set, and then they have some fun. They go on some adventures. They read some books, write some haikus. Haikus?
Actually, while watching this movie, I noticed one thing. The little kid is like probably...
He's so fat. The whole time. They've been on the run for 6 months. They walked an estimated 1,000 miles.
Well, the little kid, he's so fat
He's lovable. He's a great kid.
You know, sometimes in life, it seems like there's no way out. Like a sheep trapped in a maze designed by wolves.
It's a great movie.
What's your favorite scene in the movie?
My favorite scene in the movie is the one where they walk and they say funny things.
No. Seriously, what is your favorite scene in the movie?
Favorite scene in the movie? I have a favorite line.
Alright, what's your favorite line?
The Terminator line.
I'll never stop running.
Yeah, and I'll never stop chasing you. I'm relentless. I'm like the Terminator.
I'm more like Terminator than you.
I said it first. You're more like Sarah Connor.
No, I'm not.
Yes, in the first movie too, before she could do chin-ups.
I would say the biggest aspect of this movie that I enjoy is the lack of cynicism. Because they don't get along, but they have to but it's not like they're constantly bickering. They kind of have this reserved feel to themselves, but they get along together. They meld well. And then I love, like I mentioned this while we were watching the movie, which is this and Ferris Bueller's Day Off have a great feeling of like, I don't want to say whimsicality, but it's like you completely let go of your suspension of disbelief because it's a fun adventure and you view it from this kid's perspective, which is how you can kind of forgive some of the more don't make very much sense aspects of the movie sometimes. And like that, Ferris Bueller's Day Off is all about capturing the invincibility of how a teenager feels, and this feels like a kid that just gets swept up in his own...
putting the branches on his head and turning around. And
him dancing with his fake Walkman, all that stuff.
Right.
When, especially at the end, that comes in as a serious aspect of the film, too. Because he shoots his own uncle in the butt because, quote, the Skuck's life chose him.
Yeah. I wonder if Sam Neill... What was Sam Neill been in?
Jurassic Park and Jurassic Park.
I wonder.
There was that one movie where it was
to get him to do this movie, Taika Waititi said, "Yeah, I want to cast you," and then he said, "You can just talk normal," and Sam Neill was like,
"Okay,
okay."
Okay. We're in about 1 million hectares of bush. That's big. It's big enough to hide in for a while, anyway.
You don't have to do an American accent.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was good.
Very good movie. Only doing the shadows!
Next review. Okay, this is one of our favorite movies of all time. It is one of the best comedies of all time. I'm going to read off the names. They don't have any of the names. I'm never going to find out these characters' names.
Jermaine Clement.
No, you have what's the best friend? This is my best mate. I'm not going to eat him because he's my best mate. Ryan Johnson.
That's not Ryan Johnson.
It is Ryan Johnson.
That's Ryan Johnson?
Yes, that's Ryan Johnson.
Oh!
That's not true.
Oh,
but he looks just like Ryan Johnson.
You got me.
I subverted your expectations.
I hate Star Wars.
But in a good way. Unlike Star Wars The Last Jedi.
This movie stars Jermaine Clement,
Taika Waititi,
Nosferatu, Ryan Johnson, and
Gary Oldman.
As
Bram Stoker's Dracula.
No, but this movie is...
It is hilarious.
I was going to say...
You have a build-up of character emotions and events that feel natural, but at the same time it still follows the course of an average movie, but sometimes it doesn't feel like that, to where it doesn't feel like, okay, this is the part of the movie where this happens. Like, it just feels natural.
It's definitely the funniest... It's a funnier movie than we've ever seen before.
Jar Jar is a key to all this. If we get Jar Jar working, because he's a funnier character than we've ever had in any of the movies before.
And we're back. 20 minutes later.
That's my phone. I dropped my phone.
Alright, let's be relaxed. Just talk about the movie.
Let's just smoke a J and relax.
Anyways, so...
What We Do in the Shadows is a great movie, and if you don't want to watch it, then you're just a bag full of butt farts.
Butt farts.
Form. If you can we get them can we get them to sign a release form?
We're making a documentary and you guys are gonna be on it.
It's one of those movies that just put on the background and played. It's one of the funniest movies.
So yeah, we highly recommend it.
Yeah.
Video over. Okay, never mind. So, for those that don't know about the film, obviously, which is why we're talking about it, if you've seen The Office, if you like The Office, it's like The Office. Have you seen the program The Office?
Yes.
Are you aware of it? I don't know.
You mean Beats Battlestar Galactica? Beats Bears?
That's the funniest joke. The funniest joke that apparently everybody knows, so wherefore they have to say it. Like, oh, I know that thing that's in that popular show. Aren't I quirky? This is not going to be a roast on typical crappy Office fans.
No.
This is a praise report right here.
What we do in the shadows.
What we know in the shadows?
What we do in... It's still in puberty. What we do in the shadows is almost like... It's right up the alley of Spinal Tap. If you've ever seen Spinal Tap, you've never seen Spinal Tap.
Never seen Spinal Tap.
It's the
but I've seen The Office.
It is the faux documentary style about 4 vampires that live in a flat together.
4 to 5. We're not going to spoil it. Actually, we are going to spoil some stuff.
4 to 5 vampires that live in a flat together. And this documentary crew basically just follows them around.
They live in New Zealand. They go for a bout. They have some fun. They eat some biscotti.
Biscotti.
Would you care for some biscotti?
And
their accents are delightful. They have great jokes, amazing humor.
Really good practical effects in the movie too. There's a scene where the man comes out. There's a man that comes out of a backpack. Vladislav comes out of a backpack.
Tugging away. All practical.
It was very.
I don't know how we fit in the backpack, but they certainly cleaned it up in post.
Oh my gosh. The movie is...
This review is just going to be us saying lines that we think are funny and then telling you to watch it.
It's the most quotable movie
What
I've ever seen.
Rotten Tomatoes score would you give this movie?
46% A+.
I hated this movie. 9 out of 10.
No, definitely if you want to watch something that'll change your life, watch what we
Probably
do in the
watch
shadows.
Citizen Kane and the Boondock Saints.
2 favorite movies. Citizen Kane,
Boondock
Boondock Saints.
There we go. Don't bother Luke. Got it.
Come on. Okay. That's as clear as I can make it.
Okay, I would like to say, this is a long time in the making. I'm trying to get.
Fun fact: we tried to record a 1-hour review. It went sideways. It went terrible. I think I threw away my phone. I'm kidding.
We're super bad at this, but you got to start somewhere. And darn it, if we have to start making crappy reviews about Hunt for the Wilderpeople, what we do in the shadows, we gotta do it.
Join us next week for our second review of Hunt for the Wilderpeople and what we do in the shadows. Wait, I gotta say something. No, sit back down. Okay, we're gonna cut that. And my final words are, this is a joke I came up with like a week ago, and I'm waiting to say it, to tell somebody. Hi, my name is Grant Phillips, and my favorite dessert is self-hatred. See you in the next one.
Paul Blart.
Paul Blart, Maul Blart.
What movie can we do? What we do in the shadows is just so hard to review.
It's a good movie. Go see it. End of review.
Yeah. I mean...